Well, Shemai everyone, I'm actually back with a scrapbooking layout, which is unheard of for me lately, and I'm doing a scrap lift for a competition. Well, it's not so much a competition, it's a challenge really. I'm going to the Crop in the Country retreat in February, and at the beginning of each month we have a scrap lift to do, a scrap lift challenge, and this month the layout has been designed, is a layout that Rachel Cheevis has done, and is this lovely one here with little trees. So I'm using Cocoa Vanilla Studio Joyful. I love the colours in this. And I must say I have edited a lot out of this video because I think I must have been on like a slow motion or something. It seemed to take me forever. So I've gutted this lovely gingham piece here. And then I've got some white cardstock. It's quite a thick cardstock. I think it's one I've had in a kit. And then I get busy distressing the edges, mainly due to the fact that my trimmer needs a new blade and feathered the edges. So I thought, let's just go with it and I'll do all of them. And look how quickly that was done. Boom. And I've attached that then to the gingham sheet. I'm using some Tim Holtz Distress Oxide in Speckled Egg. I don't know, obviously you can see this has been sped up. I don't work this quite fast. I love this poinsettia paper. I love poinsettias. So as you can see, I don't do much measuring, but I just trimming the edge off, and then I'm going to do some tearing. Excuse my croaky voice. We've had a week of concerts in school, and I've been doing a lot of singing, a lot of talking, and quite a few speeches. So there we go. I'm just attaching this at the top now, and then I wanted another little bit of a contrasting colour underneath, so I'm going to use the back of it. And I know I'm going to whiz forward in a second because I'm going to do a little piece down the bottom, and I'm going to shade that little red piece out between them, and as you can see, the tearing fits in with the distressed edges on the white. In a way I should have done it on the gingham as well. So I'm using this photo here of the award ceremony in London, me in front of the tree with my award, and I thought this was perfect for this layout. And I've actually made my trees using stitched triangles, three different shapes, no, 3 different sizes. They're definitely all triangles. I've used a little bit of fun foam there to mount my photo up because of the fact that the torn edges sort of lift, give it a bit of height really. I use just some glass blocks. Then I'm sticking my trees down. The back one I just stick down with glue. Then I've used little strips of foam on the other trees, just to sort of give them a little bit of height. I'm thinking of a little bit of perspective, I suppose. Excuse me. I love the colours of these papers. I must say I do like the traditional reds and greens, but I love it when there's a little bit of pink and a little bit of blue in there as well. So I'm putting just some little gold trunks on my trees, and I'm just adding some stars to the top. There they go. As I say, I have sped this up a little bit. This layout seemed to take me forever, and to be honest, it probably would have been Christmas Eve and you'd still be watching it. So I thought, right, ain't nobody got time for all that before Christmas, so I thought I'd cut it down a little bit. I love these puffy titles, and I'm going for joyful moments. I must say though, they were separate letters, which were a little bit of a pain, but they did stick well, thank goodness. And then I'm going to just make up like a little embellishment cluster using the ephemera from the Joyful collection pack. So I must be honest, I don't usually do much Christmas crafting before Christmas, and I don't often do a lot of full scrapbook pages about Christmas. I tend to keep that for my December daily, but I wanted to scrapbook this one because the tree was so beautiful. It's not in my house, in case you're wondering how big my house is. That's not my tree. But I did like these little stitched triangle trees. They are such an easy thing to do. They'd be perfect for children doing Christmas cards as well. I'm looking at that thinking, oh, that'd be a nice little card design for next year. So I'm just going to do a little bit of journaling as well, just with the date mainly. Because I've journaled this in my December daily, I've kept the journaling here to a bare minimum. And then I'm just going to sprinkle. Oh, I think I'm going to do the ribbon first. This is lovely on Rachel's, some ruffled ribbon at the top. So I'm using the red line tape because it's a little bit stronger. And my ruffles are not perfect by any means, they're not all the same size. I'm just using some Stampin' Up ribbon. And it's like a binding ribbon, this one, so it's nice and soft and easy to manage. So I'm just going to ruffle it all along the red tape. There we are, got to the end really quickly. As you can see, I was a bit my ones at the end were a little bit uneven. They're not even by any stretch of the imagination, but it looks so pretty. And then I think my last job to do then will be to add some gold splatters after I've written the date. And I'm just sort of tapping them on here just to sort of pick out the gold that is actually present in the paper and the little stars and the title. So as you can see, it's quite a short video. Thank you all so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll be back with more videos soon. Hwyl fawr and Merry Christmas!